It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. And now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? Let me straighten that collar up, pop the collar. It is time for the Geno Jones Show. I'm coming to you live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. So if you're up in New York, maybe you're in Philly, Jersey, Newark, down in Miami, in Atlanta, Tampa, in Charlotte, 6:30 p.m. Chicago, 5:30 p.m. Chicago and Minneapolis and Milwaukee, Memphis, Houston, Dallas, New Orleans. Live in Los Angeles, 3:30 p.m. West Coast, Bay Area, San Francisco, Oakland, Sacramento, Portland, Oregon, Seattle. Time to get down. Phoenix, Arizona. Out in Hawaii, 1:30. So subscribe, share, screen grab, like. Screen grab means rip some of the video, chop it up. Take about 60 seconds or 2 minutes, 30 seconds, 10 minutes, the whole damn show. Chop it up and put it all over social media. As a matter of fact, create a YouTube short right here. A programming note, no live show next Monday because next Monday is Labor Day, but we come back with a vengeance. We come back strong Tuesday. We are counting down and getting ready. 60, what did they say, 67 days, 68 days, 67 days, I think it said, till voting ends, until Election Day ends. Now, early voting is going to start in some states like in 2 weeks. So, vote early. Don't wait till November 5th. As a matter of fact, check your voter registration status. I checked mine. It's a real easy Google search, or basically whatever county you live in, or maybe your state. Most states have a website where you can check, like a Board of Elections. You can check your voter registration status. In a lot of cases, you can register to vote online. So go to your state's Board of Elections where you can check your voter registration status and just type in your zip code, and they'll probably ask you some questions, security questions. Like in South Carolina, I think they ask like the last 4 of your social security, your date of birth, to make sure all the information matches. And you can check. I checked today, it said voter status, good, active, had a big green check. So check your voter registration status, because a lot of these states, it's a lot of chicanery and skullduggery. Like that word, right? Chicanery, skullduggery, and just straight up, just straight lousy cheating, just dirty, low down. Literally, in like Georgia, they got a website where just random people literally could kick you, they could challenge you as a voter, challenge the validity, the status of your voter registration status, or challenge you as a voter. And they could like have you kicked off. And you wouldn't even know about it until you showed up to vote. So make sure you check your voter registration status. And I'm sure the Vice President Harris and Wall's campaign are going to make sure that. So listen, these are parties. Those who believe in democracy, make sure that you have some poll watchers. Make sure that if it might be too late, but sign up, or if you could sign up to, because I know a lot of states, people who work the elections. And in most cases, a lot of those people, they have been working elections for years. My grandmother used to work the election every year when I was a little boy. But also, we're going to need to have our own poll watchers, because the cult, they're going to have what they call poll watchers. Basically, folks standing outside trying to intimidate people from voting. And I hope all these cities, states, these governors and mayors, you better make sure that you have more than adequate, sufficient security, all right, because people are not going to play around, and it could get ugly. Somebody could get hurt. You know, you run up to somebody and try to challenge them physically in person about voting. Okay, don't let that MAGA cult get your ass whooped, because we don't need that. We don't need any violence. But like this cult, they're itching for that. They want chaos and confusion and violence. That's all they got to hang their hat on. Because Orange Hitler is like lost. He's like an old whisper song, like Olivia, lost and turned out. He is lost and turned out. Don't know which way to turn. Confused, lost and confused. Old Temptation song. He's a ball of confusion. But we're going to need to make sure that so vote early. Don't even wait until like November 5th. It could be a snowstorm up north. It could be a hurricane like on the southeast coast. LA, who knows? I ain't speaking into existence. It could be an earthquake. You don't know what's going to happen. So do not wait. As soon as the first day of early voting, here in South Carolina, early voting begins October 21st. So make sure you do that. But anyway, subscribe, share, screen grab, rip the video, chop it up, make it go viral. Like, binge watch all my back episodes, all 4 years. October will mark the 4th year anniversary of the Geno Jones Show live 5 nights a week, unless it's a holiday or something. So we're going to have a huge celebration. I got some special surprises. Man, I can't even tell you right now. If I told you, I'd have to like tie you, put duct tape around your mouth and tie you up. But I'm not going to do that because I ain't into that kind of weird stuff anyway. And I love you. So I'll tell you, don't worry, just make sure you tune in, watch every day. I'll tell you a little more. So, but just get ready. October is going to be a big anniversary month for the Geno Jones Show. Happy birthday! Today, August 29th. So, if you are a fan of like the 80s music, remember Pebbles back in the day? Girlfriend, and don't you want he treats you so bad? Oh, girlfriend. And then my other joint, do you want to ride in my Mercedes, boy? Tell me what you gonna do. Do you wanna? So Pebbles, she had a nice little short run for a couple years. Then she became like a manager. She married L.A. Reid, and she was the manager for TLC. Don't talk to T-Boz and Chili about Pebbles, because that didn't end well. It got real ugly lawsuits, and Chili and T-Boz accused Pebble of basically just taking their money. Oh yeah, it didn't end well. They were suing and countersuing. But happy birthday to Pebbles. Perry Reed is her real name. The big 6-0 today. Celebrating the big nickel today. We got AJ Calloway, who, remember back in the 90s, and I think the 2000s, you had definitely the 90s, I think. AJ and Free 106 in Park. Back in the day, and definitely in the 90s, AJ and Free, they were the co-hosts of 106 in Park on BET. Then he went on to be a co-host of a show, an entertainment news show called Extra. So happy Big Nickel 50, AJ Calloway, and happy Big Nickel 50, the R&B singer, producer. 2000, he had a big hit in 2004 called I Don't Want to Know Mario Winans from right up the way, Orangeburg, South Carolina, which is about a 45-minute drive from here in the Charleston, South Carolina metro. Happy birthday, Mario Winans and AJ Calloway. One of my co-workers, one of the top DJs. Now this is a different D-Nice. This ain't the club quarantine D-Nice, but this is one of the baddest DJs, producers. Also, my co-worker on my day job, Star 99.7. He comes on after me at 3 in the afternoon, Monday through Friday. My brother by another mother. Happy birthday, none but love to you. To one DJ D Nice, a.k.a. Dion McFadden. Happy birthday, Nice. Number love and respect, brother. Have a great birthday. He was off today. So it's your birthday, dude. And speaking of birthdays today, happy heavenly birthday to the GOAT of GOATs, the greatest of the great all time, Michael Jackson. Happy heavenly birthday, Michael Jackson. Today he would have been 66, born in 1958. So happy birthday to MJ. Even before Michael Jordan, he was the original MJ, Michael Jackson. So, all right, so tonight, it's a big night because there's been a lot of folks clamoring. Well, Kamala Harris, she ain't sit down and had a sit-down interview with the media. The only people, let me just, so to the corporate news media, ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, CNN, Fox News, they call it Fox News, Fox Cable News, or really Trump TV, Republican State TV. But there's all this talk about, well, you know, Vice President Kamala Harris needs to sit down and talk with the media. She's been talking with the media since President Biden basically stepped aside and endorsed her. She travels with the press on her plane. She's got a plane full of reporters that fly around. She's just about an hour ago finished up a speech in Savannah, Georgia. So tonight, 9 o'clock, CNN, Vice President Kamala Harris with her running mate, Governor Tim Walz, by her side. She will do her first big sit-down interview with one of the major networks on CNN. Shout out to Dana Bash. She is the White House correspondent, so she's like the lead reporter. That's just a fancy name, White House correspondent. That just means she's like the #1 reporter. You know, they have a team of reporters that cover the White House, but the senior correspondent, that's like the leader. It's like the captain of the team, the lead dog. So Dana Bash, as a matter of fact, and she's got a political talk show on Sunday morning on CNN. So that's going to be happening tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern time. So Chicago is coming on at 8 o'clock. Out in L.A., it's coming on 6 o'clock. Or in San Francisco. So for all the Vice President Harris's, I believe her sister, she got a sister named Maya. I think she still lives out in the Bay Area. So all of Vice President Harris's cousins and kinfolk out there in the Bay Area, Oakland, Alameda County, San Francisco, 6 o'clock. Y'all sit down and watch your kinfolk, Vice President Harris, do her thing. So speaking of videos, so today, and by the way, for everybody watching me live, please feel free. You could join the conversation. Shout out to my #1 fan, my executive producer. That's my mother, Mary Dixon. Mother, I love you. I'll talk with you later. So she's already started a conversation. She is usually the conversation starter in my chat room. If you are watching me live right now, jump in the chat room. Just type in your name. Just say hello in the chat room. Type it in. Say, hey, Geno, this is so-and-so. I'm watching you. I'm at home or I'm in the hair salon. We're in the barber shop. I'm at the airport. I'm at my gate, traveling, getting ready to go out of town to see some family for like a Labor Day holiday or whatever, wherever you are. Maybe you're in the laundromat watching. It doesn't matter. Wherever you are at work, you're like, Geno, don't tell nobody. I got my little earbuds in, and I'm watching you at work. Hey, the secret is safe with me. I don't care where you're watching. I appreciate you watching, but spread the word to tell everybody else to make sure they subscribe to the Geno Jones Show. And screen grab some of this monologue, all right? This good stuff, and make it go viral. All right. Now, I was talking about videos because Vice President Kamala Harris is going to be sitting down with her running mate, like I said, Tim Walz, tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern on CNN. But there's this new viral video, I think it's like a campaign commercial for Orange Hitler, of a group of black women. The title is, I'm not with her. I'm not with her. I'm not with her. I'm not with Kamala Harris. I'm not. I am voting for Donald Trump. We're going to get in that tomorrow because my guest co-host, Keela Carson, along with another special guest, a man who is a real-life rocket scientist. Like, for real. Like, went to MIT, got all the receipts, the credentials. As a matter of fact, got his PhD, his doctorate. Dr. Chris Jones. who ran for governor to be the governor of Arkansas in the 2020, and enough of you all didn't vote. This brother's brilliant. How he didn't win, and y'all voted for Sarah Sucker Sanders. This Huckabee. Her daddy used to be the governor of Arkansas back in the day, Mike Huckabee. So now she is like MAGA on steroids. I mean, just full MAGA, full straight-laced cocaine, crystal meth, speedball, heroin, all of it. She is full, straight-on MAGA. And you had a chance to elect a brilliant brother, a real life, like rocket scientist. So he'll be my guest tomorrow, along with Miss Keela Carson, my #1 guest co-host. But this viral video of these black women, I don't know where Orange Hitler pulled them out of his ass, but it's just check it out for yourself. I'm not going to take up a whole lot of time on my monologue, because if they think this video is going to work with black women, like you don't think black women can see through this nonsense, this BS, they're going to be like, all right, if them heifers want to vote for Orange Hitler, the fact that they don't have, if they live in a state that's not a red state, a state that hasn't already taken away their reproductive freedoms, if they want to live in a country to where there's a national abortion ban, to where even if they are a victim of rape or incest, or God forbid that their daughter or niece or their granddaughter or themselves are a victim of rape and incest, but the government's going to say, well, too bad, you got to have a baby. And even if a woman is miscarrying, hospitals are afraid and refuse to treat a woman for a miscarriage. They're like, oh, you're not sick enough. You got to you got to bleed out. You got doctors in hospitals telling women this. You've had women who damn near bled to death. Some have died because of miscarriages, things like ectopic pregnancies, which my grandmother used to use. There was a term, being pregnant in your tubes. Come on, y'all. This is for real. And this doesn't just affect women, it affects men. We got daughters, we got granddaughters, we got nieces, we got sisters, we got spouses, wives, bae, boo, girlfriends, or whatever. We got mothers. Come on, man. Really? That's what you, black women for Trump, y'all good with that? And you all are good with all the races. You good with you can grab them by the pussy. You are really good with that. You would vote for a man who said that to an open hot mic? And you are good with that? Just pause for a second. I had to pause for effect, because I want that to sink into these women in general. But black women, the disrespect that he has constantly showed black women, from reporters, those in the news and media industry like April Ryan, Joy Reid, and his MAGA cult, the disrespect they show to the White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Stephens, I believe, yeah, that's her name. Sisters like Jamel Hill, Blake, the sister that was the reporter, Renee, I think it's not Renee Adams, Renee Scott, the National Association of Black Journalists. They had the convention in Chicago, about 6, 7 weeks ago? And for whatever reason, had to be a check. They actually invited this racist, misogynist, sexist, demonic fool, and he showed his ass, and he completely disrespected the National Association of Black Journalists and disrespected the 3 black women, especially Renee Scott from ABC News. And now he's like, well, I don't know if I want to do the debate on ABC News because they're mean. Oh, you're so mean. Because she asked you real questions? Like, you expect black people to support you? All the things you said about, black people in the continent of Africa and countries that are predominantly black in the Caribbean, shithole countries. Google that. Trump calls Africa and other countries, predominantly black countries, shithole countries. That's what he said out of his own mouth. Google it. Don't take my word for it. You can find it. Probably can find it right here on YouTube when you finish watching this show. And that's the dude that you gonna vote for? You good with all of that? Like, no big deal. Well, I think he was great for the economy. Trump didn't do shit for the economy. And I'm not even going to apologize for the way I said it and what I just said. He didn't. He inherited the economy that President Obama created. And he rode that until COVID hit. Then he totally screwed the COVID response. He lied about it when he knew it was airborne, and he was caught on tape. Bob Woodward, legendary journalist, used to speak at the Washington Post. I don't think he's still there, but anyway, wrote a book about it. And Bob Woodward got him on tape. He knew it was airborne, but he said he didn't want to tell the truth because he didn't want people to panic. Then he would say, oh, it'll disappear. After he knew it, the beginning of COVID, it's like, oh, it's no worse than a cold, and it'll just disappear in the thin air. And there's, inject Lysol. Inject Lysol. Shine an ultraviolet light down your throat. Take a drug, something called ivermectin, which is a drug for horses. Do you know what it's like 4 years ago? Like this time? You had, I think at the peak of COVID, you had like 2,000 people dying a day because of this fool on Hitler totally screwed up, effed up the whole COVID response. And then was kind of on some anti-vax stuff until he tried to take credit for it. And the stimmy check, Sexy Red, that first one that he signed his name on, like a little kid with a Sharpie, drawn up on a wall, like a 4-year-old in preschool, scratching up a wall. That stimmy check that he never wanted to give to people. He didn't want to give out stimulus money. And the only reason we got it because of Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats. And because Democrats and Republicans had lost jobs by the millions. Millions. So he was forced, because folks was like, man, look, we done lost our job, we lost our business, about to lose our home, we're getting evicted, we need help. And it was Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats that got you that first stimmy check. And this jackass just scribbled his name, took up the whole damn check trying to sign his name. Like he was for it. He was never for it. But y'all voting for that, right? That's the dude. Black women for Trump. I'm not with her. All right. Listen, y'all link up with these idiot-ass black men. Because just understand, if he gets in office, and then when he declares martial law, and then when he sends, because he's already said he would do it, he wanted to do it the last time. But the military professionals basically was like, no, we don't do this. But he won't have anybody to stop him if he gets back in office. And he's already said it. It's already a part of Project 2025. He wants to militarize local police. That means he wants to send in the Marines and the Army Rangers, National Guard into cities to end peaceful protest. And Orange Hitler already said he wanted to shoot protesters. He asked his defense secretary, Mark Esper, Google it. I've been telling you this for 4 years. The summer, George Floyd protesters, they had a protest march in D.C. near the White House. That was when he basically had like these secret police, federal police, dressed in all black with no identification. They went and cleared this park area, and he went standing out there holding a Bible in front of a church, holding the Bible upside down and backwards. Perfect. That fit in perfect. Upside down and backwards. It couldn't have planned it. That is if there was a symbol, what's the symbol of Orange Hitler, aka Donald Trump? Upside down and backwards. The way he was standing there holding his Bible. And he was too dumb to realize, yo, dumbass, you couldn't see like the words Holy Bible in front of you that was upside down. And that's the dude, Black Women for Trump, y'all want to vote for? Not the vice president. He said, well, she doesn't have any policies. Oh, $25,000 down payment for first-time homeowners. But that ain't a policy. $3,600 child tax credit. So that's like, instead of $300 a month, that's more like $360 a month. And she wants to make those child tax credits permanent. Because we had them, and then the MAGA cult took control of the House of Representatives, and then we lost them because they were like, they cut off the money. Because the House of Representatives control the money, the U.S. Senate, they appoint Supreme Court justices. Same Supreme Court justices that struck down Roe versus Wade, that allowed these southern states and some others to ban abortion until they can get in and have a national ban on abortion. So the $3,600 child tax credit that Vice President Kamala Harris said that she will do and make sure that Congress does. Oh, and a $6,000 child tax credit for newborns. Oh, but that ain't policy, right? Black Women for Trump, black men too. The government worked with developers to build 3 million new housing units, homes and apartments. But that ain't. And then they have the $25,000 down payment assistance from the government for a first-time home buyer. That's not a policy. Oh, stop these groceries and gas stations from price gouging people, especially these grocers. But a lot of folks have, but the grocers have been the most notorious. These huge grocery chains she'll make sure that she will sign the John Lewis Voting Rights Act gets through Congress and the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act. But she don't have no policies. She ain't talked about no policies. Right, Black Women for Trump? Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you, and you, especially you, God, most of all. Thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 Chicago, 3:30 p.m. live in Los Angeles. Here's a programming note. No live show next Monday. It's Labor Day. But the best of, you can always come to my channel and see any and all of my back episodes. Make it a binge watch Geno Jones Show Labor Day weekend. Binge watch any episode anytime you want, 24/7, 365. This year will be 366 and a half days because it's a leap year. That's every day, all day, every day, no holiday. The Geno Jones Show. Now, live, I do take some holiday time off, but otherwise, the Geno Jones Show here on YouTube doesn't take a day off. No holidays. It's always available for you. So tell everybody to subscribe, share, subscribe to the channel. I have a goal to celebrate the 4th year anniversary of the Geno Jones Show. The month of October marks the 4th year anniversary, doing this show live 5 nights a week. And part of the celebration is to get an additional 1,000 subscribers. So just say an additional, or 1,000 new subscribers. So spread the word for me. Subscribe, share the show, copy and paste the link in an email, in a text message. You can share it on your page, on everybody that you follow, all your family, your friends, your followers. Share it on all your platforms. Be sure to like the show. Leave your comments in the comments section and binge watch all my back episodes. Shout out to Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show. He is the CEO of Designer Cuts here in the Charleston, South Carolina metro. Check him out and check out his work. He's a master barber. Check him out on IG, on Instagram, Kel Be Cutting Up, KELBECUTTINUP. Allie Jones is the official wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show. Check her and her Lexi Jones collection out on Instagram, on IG, LX.N like Nanette, C like Charlie, L like Lexi _ LX.NCL _ And shout out to Bruce Gage, also wardrobe consultant and stylist for the show, the Mario Uomo collection, along with the Flyball collection. You can check the Mario Uomo collection and Flyball collection out. Just go to type in Mario Uomo on Instagram, on IG. Uomo is an Italian word. So M-A-R-I-O, Mario. Uomo is U like umbrella, U-O like Oprah, M like Mary, O like Oprah. M-A-R-I-O-U-O-M-O, Mario Uomo. Thank you for watching, everybody. I love you. I really do. We'll see you tomorrow. So Friday, my weekend review is going to be fire. Like Wednesday nights, if you miss Wednesday night's monologue, check it out. If you miss Tuesday night's monologue, talking about vote early, check your voter registration status. Sign up to be a poll watcher. You need to be out there because the MAGA cult members are going to be out there trying to intimidate people. So we got to be standing 10 toes down to make sure that those who believe in democracy and freedom will protect the others who believe in democracy and freedom and who are not going to let this cult intimidate people and keep them from voting. So all that was Tuesday's show, and just I'm not even going to talk about it. Just let you do not, if you missed it, you do not want to miss last night's episode. The title, The Best Gift That We Can Give Our Children. I tell you, what is the best gift that we can give our children? It's probably not what you think. But it's probably a lot easier than what you might be thinking. But check that out from Wednesday night. All right, everybody. We'll see you live Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Once again, thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure when you're watching me live again, please leave your comments in the comment section and jump in the chat room and let me know who's watching and where you're watching. Okay? Thank you, everybody. We'll see you Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of The Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.